It fascinates me how events that occurred centuries ago can still be significant in the law today. In international law, we think of the nation state as being the typical unit of sovereignty. But nation states, as we understand them, are a relatively recent invention, commencing around 1648. Prior to that, there were various other kingdoms and empires and areas of religious influence, and some of those continue to be significant today. The sovereign military order of Malta was founded in the year 1048, so nearly 20 years before William the Conqueror arrived in England. It has continued in its existence since that time. Despite its name, its typical activities involve the provision of health services and charity. During the time of the Crusades, it was a militarized order fighting to recover the Middle East from the Muslim empires that dominated it. In 1309, the order conquered the island of Rhodes, which is part of modern Greece, but which sits just off the coast of Turkey. The order ruled the island of Rhodes as sovereign for more than 200 years until the Ottoman Empire reclaimed it. When the order was ejected from Rhodes, it moved to the island of Malta and ruled that until 1798, when it too was invaded during the Napoleonic Wars. The order moved its headquarters to Rome, but from that time through to the current day, it has always maintained independent diplomatic relationships with dozens of other countries. This specific case was a fairly boring case about the validity of a land transfer, but because it involved the order, the court had to consider the nature of the order's legal status. The court found that despite not being a nation, the order had a limited form of international personality. So while it was not a state as such, neither was it a subject of Italy, and it had the capacity to continue engaging in diplomatic relationships with other countries as it had been doing for centuries. The court said, "The modern theory of the subjects of international law recognises a number of collective units whose composition is independent of the nationality of their constituent members, and whose scope transcends by virtue of their universal character the territorial confines of any single state." This case gives us a very rare example of an organisation which has legal personality, but which is not a sovereign nation state.